Hello students, once again I welcome all the standard 9 students on this online classes. So previous classes we have discussed so many things about foods, yes, that is your chapter 2, and many examples also we have discussed, and related to that examples many exercises are given. Yes, you must solve that one, it will be good for you, and I hope all of you have understood whatever we have discussed. Today we will start the new chapter, that is chapter 3, Newton's laws of motions and inertia. Yes, you all have heard about Newton, okay? So here we will discuss about that all things, inertia, what is inertia, and what are the Newton's laws of motions are present. That one also we will discuss, okay? So without delaying, let's get started this one. It is a common observation that a book placed on a table remains in the same place and in the same positions. Have you ever seen that book is moving anywhere without applying any external force? No, it will never ever happen like that. Yes, that book will be remain stationary or in the state of rest only forever, until and unless an external force is not acting on it. Yes, similarly, if you roll a smooth ball on a glass surface, it will continue rolling unless some external force stops it. Because you know that one glass is a very smooth surface and highly polished surface. And on that glass, if we will try to roll a smooth ball, then what will happen? It will be continue its motion. Continuously it will be moving until and unless an external force is not acting on it, because in that case frictional force remain very negligible. Yes, so all the living non-living bodies exhibit inability to change by themselves their state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line. We cannot, if we will take the example of human beings, that is ourselves, then we also can't change our positions. Yes, we also need an external agent, that is muscular force. We require to change our position from one place to another place, we require muscular force. So here also an agent is there, because of which that positions is changing. Yes, so all the non-living bodies, like the example what I have given, yes, human beings one. Like that, all the non-living bodies exhibit inability to change by themselves their state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line. So this property is called inertia. Due to inertia only we are unable to change our positions. Yes, and all the non-living things also cannot change their positions because of the inertia only. That property is called inertia. Hence a body at rest remains at rest, and a body in motion continues to be in uniform motion in a straight line unless some external force acts on it to produce a change. This is summarized, that overall things whatever we have discussed now is summarized in Newton's first law of motion. And what is that one? It is defined as a body continues in its state of rest or of uniform motion along a straight line unless an external force acts on it. That same things only we have discussed. Yes or no? That one is Newton's first law. Until and unless an external force is not acting on a moving object or rest object, they will be never ever change their positions. Yes, that one is Newton's first law. That means rest object remain rest and moving object will be moving only continuously. Yes, examples are given here in your book. First example, a person riding a bicycle along a level road does not come to rest immediately when he stops paddling. Even this example is related to you also. Yes, so whenever we are going to stop paddling, still that bicycle is moving because of the Newton's first law of motion. The bicycle continues to move forward, but eventually it comes to rest. But after some times, it comes to rest. What is the reason behind that? And which force here it is applicable, because of which that bicycle comes to rest? Obviously frictional force, that friction between the tire and the road, that force, as well as air resistance force, yes, are acting on that bicycle so that it comes to rest. So here it is given, but eventually it comes to rest as a result of retarding action of air resistance and friction. So I hope you have understood that one. Yes, example 1. So example 2, next one. In a collision between two motor vehicles, you know that one. Motor vehicles are in the state of motion and they collide with one another. Then what will happen? The passengers are frequently injured when they hit the windscreen, and external force stop the vehicle, but not the passengers. Because if the passengers are sitting inside the bus or any vehicles and that vehicle is moving, yes, at that time with the bus all the passengers are also in the state of motion. But what happened? Suddenly some accident happened. An external force tried to stop that vehicles. Yes? So in that case that vehicle will stop, but the passenger will continue their motion, because of which it is happened. That means severe injury also we can get. Yes. So an external force stops the vehicle but not the passenger, who simply continue their straight line motion in accordance with the Newton's first law only. Here also Newton's first law is applicable. I hope you have understood. Next example, when a bullet is fired from a gun, its motion is opposed both by air resistance and gravity. Because when a bullet is fired, bullet is moving through the air and air is also try to oppose the motion of the bullet, as well as that bullet is having some weight, and you know that one weight is always acting vertically downward directions, or we can say that one because of gravitational force of attraction. Yes, sooner or later it returns to earth. If air resistance and gravitations could be eliminated, the bullet would go on moving in a straight line forever. If we remove that air resistance as well as gravitations, then what will happen? The bullet would go on moving in a straight line forever and ever. It will be moving only. Okay, I hope that 3 examples you have understood. Then qualitative definitions of force. According to Newton's first law of motion, a body is unable to change its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line by itself. Even if you observe all the objects which are present on this earth surface, they are unable to change their positions by themselves until and unless an external force is not acting on it. Such type of change can be brought only by applying some external force. If we want to change the positions, then we need an external force. Further, sometimes external force will tend to change the position of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line. Thus, it is evident that force is an external agent. Yes, force is an external agent which changes or tends to change the position of rest or of uniform motion of a body along a straight line. It is the qualitative definitions of force. Yes, this one is the quality of the force. That means force, what it can do. Yes, I hope all of you have understood this much. Next class we will discuss about mass and inertia, and I hope you all will be doing your section exercise of the previous chapter. Okay, this much only. Thank you.